Hi, welcome to another episode of Rusty Rides Gravel. Today we are doing the 7 Hills of Edinburgh. I'm not sure why they're 7, there's definitely more than that, or it definitely feels more like that in Edinburgh than there are. Maybe it comes from the annual 7 Hills race. But regardless, today we'll be going around Castle Hill, Observatory Hill, Blackford Hill, Braid Hills, Craiglochart Hill, Corstorphine Hill, and then we'll be cycling round Arthur's Seat. Unfortunately, can't go up it, not allowed to cycle up it. So maybe 6.5 Hills of Edinburgh. So the route will take us from Castle Hill, we'll cycle down the Royal Mile to the Palace of Holyrood, then we'll pop up to Carlton Hill, or the Observatory Hill, before looping around Arthur's Seat, and then montaging our way over to Blackford Hill, and then popping over to Braid Hills, around Craiglochart Hills, and then up to Corstorphine Hill and then back to the castle to finish. So it's about a 45-kilometre route with 700 metres of climbing, so we should be busy for a couple of hours. Let's get into it. So I was going to do some facts at each of the hills. Castle Hill with the castle on was obviously absolutely rammed, and there was nowhere for me to stand and give a little bit of a monologue. But needless to say, all the hills around here are volcanic in origin. The ones like Castle Hill, Arthur's Seat, Craiglochart and Corstorphine are all from the same volcanic plugs, and then Blackford Hill and Braid Hills are more of the Pentlands group to the south, so slightly different volcanics, but still gets me excited nonetheless. Castle facts. Apparently the castle fortress has been besieged 23 times. It's the most besieged fortress in all of Europe. And then if you're ever around in Edinburgh and you hear a rather alarming bang, that's the 1 o'clock gun that goes off every day. So it's been going since 1861, and it was originally designed so the ships in the 1st or 4th could set their clocks. Nowadays it's obviously not needed, but it still goes off for the fun, I guess. So here you are joining me on Carlton Hill, Observatory Hill, famous for its collection of historic monuments which form some of the most important landmarks in the city. Just over my shoulder there you should see the National Monument. It was inspired by the Parthenon in Greece. It was built in 1822 to commemorate Scots who died in the Napoleonic Wars. It was planned to be an exact copy, but only got half the funds, and work stopped on it 7 years later with just those 12 columns that you can see completed. So that tower you can see just over my shoulder there, that is the Nelson Monument. It commemorates Admiral Lord Nelson and is modelled as an upward telescope. Prominent position was quite useful back in the day. It was good for sending messages across the city. For example, the arrival of a shipment of the latest London fashion in Leith was often signalled from that tower back in the day. In 1852, Professor Charles Piazzi Smith installed a time ball at the top of the tower. The ball would drop at exactly 1 p.m. as a signal to ships moored in the Firth of Forth to set their time by. Unfortunately, in Edinburgh, it can often be quite foggy. Not today though, lovely day today, but normally it can be foggy. So an audible signal was needed. So the 1 o'clock gun was introduced from the castle. For a while, a wire ran between the ball and the gun. So when the ball dropped, it would automatically trigger the cannon. I think right now, as you can see, the ball is firmly down, so it's definitely after 1 o'clock. So from here we'll cycle back down Carlton Hill and then go round Holyrood Palace and then round the side of Arthur's Seat, and I'll catch you again overlooking Duddingston. This is the Arthur's Seat little back road climb. Not too bad. There's a horrible little kicker halfway up though. Hits the wind right out of your sails. But yeah, just tempo your way up. It's not a race. This is the little kicker. Starts off okay and just ebbs your legs just for this last little turn. Survived the climb up round Arthur's Seat. Not too bad actually, first time up on this Archadex. Didn't stop to take photos of the lock. I wanted to get the Strava segment in. You know, Strava is life. Kit update. Those of you who might have been worried about my cadence monitor on the pedal scratching on the frame, it's now attached to my shoe. So we'll do the descent downhill and then we'll montage our way across town, and I'll see you on the climb up to Blackford Hill. That's a horrible climb. Not looking forward to that one. Here we go then, up the hill. So we're here on Blackford Hill. Made it up that horrible climb, and here we can see the 7 hills. So there's Castle Hill over there, Carlton Hill is behind the eyesore that is Appleton Tower, Arthur's Seat we cycled round. Here we are on Blackford Hill and the observatory, Braid Hills with the 2 transmitters over there, twin peaks of Craiglochart Hills, twin peaks, those 2 little mounds over there. And then with the 2 airplane transmitter things, Corstorphine Hill. Blackford Hill facts. Time for some impromptu waffle. So the hill is home to the Royal Observatory. Due to chronic underfunding, our friend Charles Piazzi Smith, from the Time Bell fame, he was the 2nd Astronomer Royal for Scotland, resigned his post in 1888. This led to the government planning to abolish the post of Astronomer Royal for Scotland and closed the Royal Observatory at Carlton Hill. The Earl of Crawford, he discovered this was going on and he stepped in. He offered to donate his astronomy kit to the nation on the condition that the government built and maintained a new Royal Observatory to replace Carlton Hill. So this new site opened in 1896 and has been in use ever since. So now we're going to pootle on down this hill, down into the Braid Valley down there, in amongst those trees, ride back out, up over the hill, and then cycle round the golf courses of the Braid Hills, up towards the transmitters. And I will meet you there for some more waffle in but a montage's time. Steep climb up to the Braid Hills. We're going to take on the circuit called the Ride. Now I have got a video of this before, so check that out if you want to see it. Otherwise we'll just skip on through. So, top of the Braid Hills. I've ridden up here before. I think I was faster last time. This time I must be carrying more emotional baggage or something. Anyway, enough of my mug. Check out the views. So we're going there next. Craiglochart Mounds. I think only one of them counts as the 7 hills, but I'm going to do both of them because I'm not sure which one it is. I've never ridden there before, so it's going to be a new and exciting adventure. First of all, we need to go back down this road. Good to be back on the Carboniferous rocks again after our excursion to the Devonian. Here we are, Craiglochart Hill, west, north, not sure. That's the one we're going to in a minute. I'm not sure how I'm going up there. It does look steep though. So that's both the Craiglochart Hills done. I'm on the other one now, the other hill, Craiglochart. That climb was horrible. Had to push. It was too wet and steep for this poor little bike to go up. 6 down. 1 more to go. That one also includes Kaimes Road. Now if you cycled in Edinburgh and you've cycled Kaimes Road, you know I've saved the best till last. If you've never cycled Kaimes Road, do it. You're in for a treat. I've never done it on the gravel bike, I've only ever done it on the road bike. So I'm not going to go for a race up it today, just pace myself up, survive to the top. That's the aim of the game. So let's go that way and get on with it. Right then, Kaimes Road. Sirens. It's going up to the 10-11% bit now, according to the Garmin. Keep plodding along. And that's 12% there. That little kick, still 12%. That's the top up there. Eased off to a nice 10%. The last bit, I know. 12% I lied. And that's Kaimes Road. Oh, you devil. Oh, it is. Not bad woods actually. Corstorphine Hill. I think the only time I ever heard about it was when it was on the news. You know, like dog walker discovers body. It always seems to be Corstorphine woods. Looks lovely up here. Here we are in the woods of Corstorphine Hill, the final hill of our 7 hills. And I've got some waffle for you. Just over here, that is Clermiston or Corstorphine Tower. It's It's a memorial to Sir Walter Scott, and apparently it opens up to give you amazing views of the city. I think it's closed today though. So there we go, we'll go and get some close-ups of that, get a few viewpoints from this hill, cycle down, and then we'll sum this crazy journey up. Right then, let's sum up this ride at the very lovely looking Murrayfield Stadium. So I didn't go back to Castle Hill. I didn't fancy all the people and all the busyness that's at the top of the Royal Mile there. So I cut it a bit short. According to the stats, it was 39.5 kilometres, 2.25 hours moving time, and I climbed 795 metres. So, what are my thoughts of the ride then? Good, actually. I think I'd want to find a better route around Corstorphine Hill. I think coming down there was a bit sketchy. Some good views though from that rest and be thankful bit. Craiglochart Hill, again, the northern one, western one, whatever it is, that's the better hill. I'd recommend that one. The other one's pretty crazy to cycle on. Probably need a mountain bike. Crazy Bike did well, as always. No more Waffle, that's it. Out of facts, out of Waffle. Thanks for watching. See you next time.